Welcome to another night of Never Kick Broadcasting. We're only about 10 minutes late. It's not as bad as I
That's
thought it
on
was going
that's
to
on
be.
time for us.
Yeah, we had a couple of errors on the computer side of it, but we got it up and going. Everything's running smooth now. It looks like we won't really know till somebody jumps in and tells us if it's running smooth or not. So when that happens, we'll know something. But tonight, it's your East Lawrence Eagles versus their rival West Morgan Rebels. Just across the street, a stone's throw away from this very building we sit in, is where the Rebels hail from. They're coming in with an impressive 5-0
5-0
record.
record, 3-0 in area in region play.
Yeah, so
Also,
very impressive. I think it was said best by one of the coaches when talking about. We asked a little bit earlier one of the assistant coaches about what they thought about West Morgan, and he said the thing with West Morgan is he said they're not going to do anything that really shocks you. They're not going to do anything crazy. You're not going to see weird formations. You're not going to see any of that. But they're just going to do what they do, and they do it well.
well, that is true. I mean, they are riding a 13-game region win streak right now. That goes last year. They're undefeated in region play. This year they are 3-0 in region play, and then they finished out 2 years ago at 3-0 in region play. So they are rolling with a 13-game win streak. But again, for those of y'all that have watched our formations and our runs and stuff like that, you're going to see very similar stuff. You're going to see one running back, Makari Johnson, he's a load. He has 11 touchdowns and he's rushed for us over 600 yards so far in 5 games. So you'll see that they'll have anywhere from 3 to 4 receivers out there. But the one thing that you will notice is that they are probably anywhere from 250 to 275 across the board with their offensive line. So again, they had some pretty big sides of beef. They're not quite triple axe handle wide, but they are some big ones, and they can motor too.
That's what our offensive line looks like, right?
Well, we kind of close. We do our
Average out, we might be there.
Yeah, and so one thing we sat and talked about the difference between what we've seen with this West Morgan team compared to last year's West Morgan team. Last year's West Morgan team was a lot of firepower. The ball went all over the place. The running back was good, but they were very, very explosive. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that a team that's averaging 38 points a game is not explosive, but they have seems to be a more shove the ball down your throat, we're going to punish you on defensive mentality than last year, where it seemed to be more about speed and more about skill players and things of that nature. To me, their offensive line and their defensive line are a bigger portion of their game than it was last year. That we will see in this game if we can handle because they're going to run the ball at us, and that has so far defensively that has kind of been our strength to against the run. So we'll see early on about that. Now, here's one of the things that as a coach that I would do if I was Coach Mack. One of the things that West Morgan does is they run the RPOs, the run pass options. The very first thing, before every game, every coach meets with the officials. And so right off the bat, I would be telling the officials, hey, they do these RPO stuff, and they're liming her downfield. Now, I don't know if they're liming her downfield or not, but you never know.
You put that little nugget in his head.
You just put that, hey, Coach mentioned that, so maybe they do.
Well, hey, we're getting a warning this time. Here comes the national anthem. So we're gonna play that out and let y'all hear it. go ahead and apologize ahead of time. I don't know how many of y'all were watching last year when we did this show, but we kind of did like a next season preview, and we predicted that West Morgan would actually be down this year because they lost all those seniors. But it seems we were wrong.
Well, as we have discussed, if I wager anything, but go against me and everything that I do. But now, in fairness, though, I don't think this team is as strong as last year's team.
Yeah, I don't either.
So,
I mean, you lose a kid, you just can't replace D1 talent. Like, not really around here. And they lost. They had a kid running the ball that was a D1 talent. I mean, he's running on Saturdays for a Division I football team. And I know that a lot of people are going to be like, well, it's UNA, coach. That's a D1 football team.
College football is college football.
You run the ball on Saturdays, you're pretty dang good.
Yeah. So when we look at West Morgan, Drew Phillips has been there. I think this is his 4th season. He's 32-8 overall record. Last year, or the record between East Lawrence and West Morgan is West Morgan has won 23 games and East Lawrence has won 16 games. Last year, West Morgan really put it on as 64-18. The last time East Lawrence won was in 2020. East Lawrence won 21-18. I can distinctly remember that because West Morgan had the ball on the 2-yard line. It was going into score. They fumbled it. We scooped it, and we ran 98 yards for a touchdown to win that game. So I do remember that. When we look at our area or our region play, right now we have Central and West Morgan both 5-0 and both 3-0 in region play. You have Deschler at 3-2 and 2-1 in area. Brooks, Hatton, and West Limestone are all 2-2 in area. Brooks and Hatton being 3-2 and West Limestone being 3-3. East Lawrence is 2-3 with a 1-2 region record. Danville is 2-3 with a 1-3 region record, and Wilson is 0-6 with an 0-4 region record. The game matchups for this week, the interesting game. There's actually kind of two interesting, but for the top spot interesting, you have Central visiting Deschler. So that'll be a big game. That'll be Wing T versus Wing T. If you know anything about Deschler football, they had been a paragon of Wing T football, and Central ended up using a lot of their schemes, even some of their coaches way back in the day. Back when I was head coach, and that lets you know anything, and they put in that same Wing T, and so they've both been running it at each other. So that'll be an interesting game. The other interesting game for lower down in the area or regional bracket or tournaments or region records would be Hatton is hosting West Limestone. So we'll see how that goes. So it's Deschler and Central. Deschler hosting Central. Hatton hosting Wilson. Danville is hosting Brooks. And then, of course, us and West Morgan. And then Wilson is off this week. And so then we'll go from there. For your East Lawrence Eagles, this is kind of an important game just so we can try to climb our way back up to some plays of West Morgan now. We have Central next week. We follow up with Wilson. Then we finish the season with Brooks and Deschler. So it's not going to be an easy game to toe. So we're going to have to come out and be able to play strong. And, what we kind of get right now is the last two games we've had a Kay McClure explosion, yes. Again, I'm good at the English.
I was about to say, what is he? He's got 500 yards almost and 8 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns?
He had 9 touchdowns in the last 2 games. We'd have to dig deep into my repertoire to see the stat-wise. But
he
again,
had 260-something the first game with 4.
And he had 5 touchdowns last week. It was 3 rushing touchdowns, a scoop and score. Or was it 4 rushing? No, receiving touchdown last week. So again, that's kind of what we're looking at here. So Kane has had a good job, had a good couple of weeks lately. But again, this week
I bet he leads the region. He might lead the region in touchdowns.
It's close. That is for sure. We'd have to look and see what's going on. I think he only has 10, and Johnson for West Morgan has 11 touchdowns. So it'd be close, somewhere around there. But one of the things as far as this game, one, we got to eliminate the big plays for West Morgan's offense. We have to make make them run the field, make them use clock up, which goes into what we have to do offensively, is that we have to be able to run clock. We have to be able to just control the time of possessions and keep their offense off the field.
Well, Coach, you and I have gotten together. When I first started coaching, I was young and stupid, and I was big into the air raid, super spread, and that's great if you got a bunch of athletes that can do it.
And a quarterback that can spin it.
Yeah, but that's few and far between most of the time. And so, over the years in my older age, I've wisened up, and I've kind of fallen in love with that ground and pound. I'm going to make you eat it. I'm gonna try to run it 65% of the time or more, preferably probably more.
Amen.
Maybe 70, 75. If I can get away with it, I want to get in the 80 and 90% range because that means I'm doing my job and we're winning on the ground. But the thing that people don't – it's sexy to throw the ball. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the way football runs right now. It's sexy to throw it.
Chicks dig the long ball.
That's right. Greg Maddox said it best. Or was that – no, that's Glavin and Smoltz, wasn't it? Or was that Glavin and Maddox?
Glavin and Maddox,
Glavin and Maddox. But my what I've learned –
that's very deep philosophical thoughts there. So, you're right. You can't.
So if I control – take, for example, we played Hatton Monday. We went back and watched clock. They had one really good drive. After that, we had the ball for, I want to say, of a grand total of 18 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
18 game minutes. And when you're only running 8-minute quarters, that means 6 of the minutes that they can actually controlled the clock, that was it. It's all they had.
Well, I mean, there's the philosophies that you have of the quick strike, which the quick strike is like throwing a punch. Can you get back off the mat? A 10-play drive to 15-play drive is like getting body blow, and not being able to get off the mat because your body is sore, and that's the one thing that it to me, like you said, running the football I think is more demoralizing because it's one of those things where, I mean, what are you going to do to stop me? I mean, I'm just going to keep on shoving it down your throat.
Then it's even worse when you're coming up and everything you do is 3 and out or 4 and out. If you go for it on 4th, when everything that happens like that, dude, it just morally destroys your will to want to play this game because it's just like no matter, it's exhausting. I remember playing or talking to some of my buddies who are really good defensive guys, and they absolutely hated it when we would play the wishbone / wing tee.
Wing tee, yeah.
Gosh, man, because you're beating your head against the wall all night long, and the only way to be successful is to continue to beat your head against that wall, and you're relying on everybody to be disciplined because one guy doesn't do his job against those offenses. It's a big score.
Yeah.
And even when you do your job, they're still gaining 3 to 4 yards. You just have to get lucky every now and then, make 1 or 2 stops, and try to. Unless you just have all the firepower in the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. If you are a predominantly run team, 1, you have to be patient, and 2, you can't get behind the sticks.
Nope.
Because you are in trouble. Whereas, I know of coaches that I played with that I coached against that would line up, they would throw the fade. If it was incomplete, they'd stick a new receiver in. They'd throw the fade again. Then if that didn't work, they'd put that original receiver back in. So now you've had the cornerback run deep 2 times in a row. Now you've got a receiver your stud receiver who's taken a break the play before that, and they would throw it again. The kind of the Mike Leach type of philosophy. It's fine and dandy if that's what you live off is the big plays. Now again, in saying that, you can also throw the ball and nickel and dime people to death too. That's like you look at the good old fashioned run and shoot. The Hal Mummy and the Hal Mummy, the University of Houston with Andre Ware that won the Heisman Trophy. There was a lot of throws from about 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, and the receivers did the work. You can look at Tom Brady. Yes, Tom Brady threw it deep, but Tom Brady nickeled and dimed people until you came up and covered the nickel, and then they went for a dollar bill after that. So, that's the one thing about football. The purity of football is that there's multiple ways to skin a cat. And again, you talk about you air raid type of guy, that's fine. But if you ain't got a kid that can spin it, then you got to learn how to adjust. And I tell you what, that's one of the things I think that's the toughest for coaches to do, because you have an ideal, you have a philosophy you want to be able to do, and to be able to change that philosophy. Because I mean, no, you can say, I'm going to make this square peg fit in this round hole. It's going to work. Well, I mean, sometimes that works out for you, and sometimes it don't.
Right. No, you got to be to be the guy who is going to be spread 100% of the time, all the time. Great example, Bo Culver was here several years ago. But if you ever actually paid attention to him when he called plays, he called half the play in the huddle. They lined up, and then he called the other half the play once he saw the defense. Yeah. But he was good enough and smart enough and calculating enough to make those calls on the fly, like as quick as you can snap your fingers and think about it. That was why he was so good.
Yeah.
We talk about all the time. He had a loaded down team, but I've seen loaded down teams not do what he did and be not good at it.
Yeah, he also was probably one of the best halftime adjustment people I've seen too.
Oh my gosh, yes, dude. He would come in at halftime and have like the whole thing broke down and hadn't even watched a lick of film yet.
Yeah, that's why my team's never huddled. I was not a fast motion person. But we just didn't huddle because, one, again, coming from an offensive line guy, I didn't want to wear my offensive lineman out going back and forth from huddle, back and forth the huddle, so they just stayed at the line of scrimmage. And so that's kind of what I did, is kind of looked at what the defense did and called it from there too. So, again, there's that's the fascinating thing about football, is there's so many different ways of what you want to run, offensive and defensively, even special teams wise, and then there's millions of ways of getting that your information to them. East Lawrence has deferred, so I'm imagining West Morgan will take the ball. Oh, wait.
Speaking of deferring.
That's right. Okay, yeah. West Morgan has decided to receive, and we have our backs to the clock.
Speaking of deferring, how did we do in the pick'ems last week? Are you doing that at halftime?
Oh, we can do it right now. I'll have to look at. I'll have to find that. I forgot to write it down. I have this week's pick'ems.
Oh, I got it. You talking about the total number?
Yeah.
I got the total number right here.
There you go.
Let me pull it up on my phone. Phone.
I know somebody had a fantastic week.
I mean, me and you were pretty close. Let's, I guess, start at the top and work our way back.
Sure.
There's a three-way tie for first at 20-15. Coach Terry last week went 6-6. Not a great week for him. Brought him back down to earth. Miss Fagan also went 6-6, bringing her back down to earth.
And what I do?
And you went 8-14.
Yeah.
8-4.
Yes, sir. That means I'll tank this week.
Hey, I didn't stay too far behind you. I'm a game out of first, or a game out of the three-way tie for first, and I went 7-5. Stover laid an egg.
He did lay an egg.
Went 4-8.
He was Notre Dame versus NIU right there.
However, the biggest upset of the week is Sparkman going 0-12.
I think Sparkman threw in the white flag. She didn't go. We will verbally harass Miss Sparkman for not playing anymore.
How dare you ruin our fun?
How dare you?
These are the shenanigans that we get to play, and you are not playing with our shenanigans. I want a liter of cola, please.
So we are at about the 7 o'clock hour. We have a beautiful sunset that we're looking at.
We actually are going to kick off dead on time.
And East Lawrence will be kicking off from right to left on the screen. The concession stands at their back, as well as the scoreboard. They'll be kicking to the street. We kind of have a packed house tonight. There's actually people, it looks like they're just chilling out in the curve of the end zone that we'll have to look at later on, that's in the back of a truck and got their lawn chairs out. Not a bad idea. West Morgan,
great view from there.
West Morgan has two deep. Nobody in the middle of the field. I don't know how far we're going to kick it, though. We'll see. I would not kick it to the two deep guys. That's just me.
Yeah, those guys generally, he pooches it up.
Ball hits. They pick it up at the 20-yard line. Miss one tackle, miss a second tackle. Yeah, we bring him down about the 40-yard line.
Great return.
So ball's at the East Lawrence 41-yard line. So about a 40-yard return for West Morgan. Again, as you can tell by the camera, they got some hog mollies up front. West Morgan comes out in a 2-by-2. I would not be surprised if they try to strike deep early on. We look like we are in a man-to-man with a free safety deep, 6 in the box, which you should technically say run the ball. Jet motion, counter, hits in the backfield. Good job by Jay Davis. Not sure why the West Morgan running back was ill there, but you know. So gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Again, you'll see West Morgan has the ability to go fast if they want to. We got a sniffer back up there, like kind of a fullback. Fake power. There's an RPO. Gets the fullback in the backfield. Kay McClure up there for a tackle. It'll be short of the first down. But again, here's this little nickel and diamond that you see again by West Morgan taking their time before they hit something deep. Ball is at the East Lawrence 33-yard line. Gain of 4. So it is 3rd and 2. Sniffer back again, and a tight end. Flopping sides, which means they're probably headed that direction because we didn't move any. Goes straight ahead, bounces it to the outside. Can he get around the corner? He does. Again, first down for West Morgan.
Here's the takeaway, though, that you have to you got to watch and kind of enjoy or like is we're not just, so far, nothing has really torched us. We're making them work for it. They're not getting it in the first or second carry. They're having to get it on carry number 2 or carry number 3 or carry number 4.
So they have a tight end covered up by 2 receivers on the top side. Fullback and a running back in the backfield. Just straight ahead. Bounces. Skillett holds on to him. Good tackle by Skillett.
They're going to give him about 4, though.
So to the 20-yard line, it's about 2nd and 7. Again, no huddling, but not in a hurry. So not what you would call Daytona or Indy. That usually means they're running fast, but they can if they want to. Again, tight end over again. That tight end looks like he's more like an offensive lineman with an eligible number. Same formation. Throws it out to the flats to the fullback. He gets the ball, misses one tackle, misses another tackle. And a touchdown for West Morgan. So again, just a little bit in the flats. Gets the score.
Oh, they're going to kick an extra point.
They have a kicker.
Weirdos.
So 9:23, West Morgan is lined up to kick the extra point.
Hey, if anybody would like to donate a better camera, we'll get you a better video feed.
Kick is up.
And it's good.
And good.
Now it's our turn to come out and do something.
Again, and you don't have to get everything back in one play either.
No, goal here would be points are great, but I would like to take about 2 to 3 minutes off the clock in a perfect world.
It's one of those things where first drive, ideally, like we've said, we want to be able to score. If not, you want to get the ball past half midfield.
Make them come from deep.
Yeah. At least, make them work for it. And that's one of the problems there with that big kickoff return is that it gave them a short field. So 7-0 West Morgan at 9:23 in the first quarter. West Morgan lining up for the kickoff. Kay McClure deep along with Aiden Jones and Keyshawn Kingston. We better back up because this kicker kicks it between the 5 and the goal line.
We're going to make sure. We're going to watch him, I guess. Kane backs up.
And he almost puts it at the back of the end zone.
Coach, that field goal was good.
That's a weapon right there. If you got a kicker that can kick it in the end zone, that is.
Especially in high school ball.
That Never Kick Broadcasting supports that type of kicker.
We do?
Yes. So East Lawrence will start with the ball at the 20-yard line. Come out with an empty set, so 5 receivers. Brylan White by himself, 3-man front for West Morgan. Going to bring a guy from the outside. Quick throw, incomplete.
Ooh.
Skillett.
Brylan White's pass intended for number 33, Skillett Newman. Ball's incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Crazy part is if we're running good routes, somebody has to be open there. Because that linebacker blitzed. So somewhere there's an open part of the field. You just got to find it.
Same formation, 3 receivers up top, 2 down below.
Low snap. Going to call a false start, I think.
Dead ball, false start, East Lawrence.
Against East Lawrence, we'll back it up 5 yards. 2nd and 15 from the 15-yard line.
Not what you want to see.
No, and what's happening for looks like West Morgan's pass rush is they're going to rush 3 from one side. They're going to split one guard one way and a tackle another way and send the linebacker in between them. Now we have a back in the backfield. Jet motion, gets across, rolling out. Ball's a little low. Brylan throws it up.
Nobody
Incomplete.
All right, pass ball.
Keyshawn was in the zip code.
Bring up 3rd and 15.
So again, 3rd and 15.
Now you see, this is the only thing I don't like about throwing it early like this is now at 3rd and 15, you have to throw it. Like you got no other option. I mean, I guess you could technically run it, but
That's what I would do. Again, run some clock and not throw an interception. Dropping back deep, going to throw it deep. Throws it up to Keyshawn.
oh,
That
it was in his hands.
That was in his hands.
That is just what we call incomplete.
Oh, no, we don't say that like that.
Yeah, you don't know that song?
No, I don't.
Oh man,
Well, if I do, I don't recognize the song
It's
that you're
that-
singing.
it's a boy band.
I'm not against boy bands. I still just don't. You don't sound like O-Town or
Yeah, you know, hey,
NSYNC or
we all have some growing
98
to do.
Degrees.
Ooh, I look like the dude from 98 Degrees.
Yes, you do. We both, as we've said before, both look like Joey Fatone is what we look like.
No, who's the other guy? The dude that was in, is it 98? It's not 98 Degrees.
They're bringing him.
I mean, I would.
Gets the ball off. It will not be a particularly good punt unless it rolls, and it does.
Hey,
And it gets past the 50.
It's
Keeps
still
on
going.
rolling. Oh, baby, to the 41-yard line of West Morgan.
hey, what do we know about kicking, Coach?
Not much.
Morgan will take over first.
So West Morgan will have 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. And just kind of looking at the clock here, it is 8:47. So a grand total of 23, 33, 36 seconds went off the clock in our drive.
That's not what I like. That's the thing I don't like.
So they have 2 receivers or 3 receivers up top. 2 of them are uncovered. I mean, one is covered up. The middle receiver's covered up. Counter again.
Gonna have a flag.
Is that going to be a cut? A chop block?
I don't know. Probably holding from where I.
Yep,
Holding.
holding on West Morgan.
He held me, Coach. He helded me. You can't do that.
It's very interesting the way they run their counter tray. 'Cause a lot of counter trays, if your guys are pulling to the left, your running back is heading to the left. They're running the counter tray, and the running back is almost like he's replacing the linemen that are pulling. And I find that fascinating and interesting to me. So it's 1st and 20 with a 10-yard penalty, 31-yard line. 2-by-2 for West Morgan. Again, we are in man free.
Running over, going to slide
Well,
down.
maybe not. We're in man free. Got him in the flats. And we good job of getting a tackle.
He's going to lose a yard. Nah, they can give him the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up second, though. That's a great coverage play out there.
I believe Keyshawn Kingston was on the tackle, I think.
Either way, great coverage.
No gain on the play. He's 2nd and 20. West Morgan's 31-yard line.
Let's see if they hit one of the running backs out of the flats like they had a little bit of success on. No, they're in 2-by-2 still. Motion. Just run the inside zone. Good job. Good tackle by.
Is that Skyler?
No, that's
Chasten.
Chasen Jackson. Chasen Jackson has had a pretty solid year there at the defensive tackle spot.
I believe that was Chasten and Stanley on the play.
West Morgan going quick here.
Yes, tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a gain of 1, so it's 3rd and 19.
He's trying to get the snap off. Stanley Stash. Have you seen his new stash?
I don't know who Stanley Stash is.
Chasten Stash.
Oh, no. Oh, dear Lord. I don't want to see that.
It's fantastic. It's so bad it's glorious. Gonna chuck
Throws
it
it
up
up.
there.
And it's caught.
Oh no.
Quarterback made a pretty good throw with having pressure in front of him. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see West Morgan line up really quick and run a play.
That was a really good throw.
6-yard line, 47-yard line.
The thing is, he just chucked it up and prayed.
That was a 42-yard pass play. 1st and 10 from East Lawrence's 26-yard line. Again, West Morgan up pretty quick.
Counter. He gives away his pre-snap. He acts like he's like in a hurry when he's really not. So we shouldn't jump offside off of any of those.
Going after it again, and he's got it again if he wants it.
And he does.
That was just toast there. There was no contest at all.
That's just my feelings are hurt, I feel like. Or I'm gassed. One of the two.
Well, it's the same kid that caught the pass, so, I mean,
I'm talking about the kid who was covering the pass, too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Both of them ran the same distance in the same amount of plays. But if you get beat deep once, then your objection should not be, your object should be not get beat deep again. And he was burnt off the line of scrimmage. So
Not his best effort, I don't think. I think we'll go back. They'll go back and revisit that on film, and it will not be. Oh, a fake.
a fake.
Throws it up. Oh, and he caught it. I mean, he bobbled that one. I'm not sure why they was it a. Did they just
I don't
snap?
know if it was a fire or if it was actually. I don't know. I was looking at our screen instead of going and moving around our
Coach, I was looking at it and I don't know what happened.
our luxurious studios. So it's 6:36.
That's my biggest complaint. The windows are just too big. You can't see out. You see too much.
Yes, we see too much. So West Morgan scores again with 6:36. 2 big pass plays followed by a 2-point conversion.
That's not where you want to be. Now, this is the part where it's hard to tell kids, and it's sometimes it's hard as a coach. Don't freak out. Just keep your game plan going. Play your game and go. If you don't, there's a problem, and you put yourself in a bigger hole than you're already in.
That looks like it's going to be
Out
in the back half of the end zone. Again, that is a weapon right there. So we'll start with the ball on our own 20-yard line again.
At some point, I think you might go back there and try to catch one.
Nah, not if it's that deep in the backfield.
Well, I mean, like if you just kind of back up to the 5 and hope he doesn't get all of
I'm
one.
about to say, if he was putting it at the goal line or right inside the goal line, but he wasn't. He's kicking it about 7 yards deep. So East Lawrence comes out 2-by-2s. Newman in the backfield along with Brylan White.
Going to bring outside pressure. He runs up the middle. I stole your job.
Newman's going to get about 3-ish yards on it.
No, I don't know about that. One-ish.
No,
Two-ish.
I'm about to say, the guy up top moved. And Skillet's got to come out. His helmet
We
came off.
lose more helmets than anybody I've ever seen.
2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line of East Lawrence. Aiden Jones is in at running back.
I'm just saying, if I'm right now looking at this, I like my matchup with 22 on 13 down here. Because he is getting away.
Quick throw. We got lucky. Oh, Keyshawn gets lit up.
They're going to get 0 because that was an
Maybe
incompletion.
we get loss of yardage.
No, he stopped it at the 22. He said incomplete.
He said call it incomplete or he say complete.
Yeah, that's what he's telling him.
Gain on the play, bring up 3rd and 8.
I think that's the discussion that they're making. Is it incomplete or a complete pass? I thought he caught it with his knee on the ground.
I don't think he caught it at all. I'm pretty sure it was in the air or on the ground, on the turf. Well, the grass. We don't have turf. Stacked up at the top. I love this formation when it works.
We got quads up top.
Skillet out of the backfield.
Tries to throw it at Skillet. He catches it. Somehow he was double covered, but he caught it.
He just stopped. It was actually, and he lost his helmet again. What actually happened is it was Skillet stopped and it was thrown underneath.
It's a back shoulder throw in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
42 yard. That's a 20-yard pass,
Nobody ever sees those coming, Coach.
especially in the middle of the field. So 1st and 10. East Lawrence has now got the ball up to our own 42, moving it forward.
I'm telling you, I still like our matchup with 22 on 13.
Well, here's the difference between them and us. Is 13 is 10 yards deep, and he's running backwards.
Wow.
Quick pitch. One thing when we try to do that quick pitch is our running backs are way too close to our quarterback, so we're not even close to getting outside.
Yeah, well, that dude covered. That dude, and going back, I had to learn this the hard way in practice when we were talking about our screens and pitches and stuff, or our pitches and option plays. That pitch orientation is important.
Chinese fire drilling right now.
.13 still 30 yards off the ball. That's going to be.
Brylan gets it out of his hand, so he avoids the sack.
I'm not sure what that one might be.
That was just let's not take a sack.
Yeah, but that's borderline intentional grounding.
He's out of the pocket though. He was trying to get some hitches. At least I know whoever the number 3 receiver was just ran a quick stop route, and they were trying to get him the ball. So it's 3rd and 16.
I mean, I think the bubble down here is open, don't you?
Let's see it again. So we have
9 seconds.
There we go. We have a tight end, 2 receivers up, 2 backs in the backfield.
They're cheating up
And we jump off sides. And we had Skillet coming up the middle of the field too.
by himself.
And now I bet we run it again.
Ball start against East Lawrence. Back to the 5 and play 3rd down again.
So 3rd and 21 from the 31-yard line. So 2 series and 2 false starts.
Yeah, it's not. What was that about being behind the sticks?
Yeah.
I don't hate. I'm telling you, I think it's
So Kane is going to be down here by himself.
a different dude out here now.
And we may get a delay of game.
We are if we don't hurry up.
We got quads over here.
Gonna have to call a timeout. 'cause
Call a
we're not
timeout.
ready.
All right, timeout East
Not our best start.
underneath these cheerleaders.
Not very smooth. Not what we want.
We look shell-shocked right off the bat.
Welcome Madison Horton, captain and senior.
Yeah, What's that? Mike Tyson said everybody's got a plan. Do you get punched in the mouth?
Yeah. So right off the bat, it is 15-0 West Morgan, and Duke is about to get us the time.
4 minutes and 13 seconds.
4 minutes and 13 seconds. So at least we have taken almost 2.5 minutes off the clock. That's one thing, like just getting a first down, helpful. But right now, we're at the point of it's third and extremely long. You don't want to give a turnover where they have free reign of the second half of the field.
I mean, we have the best punter in Region 7.
When we can get it off, yes. I doubt West Morgan has even punted the ball.
Ever.
So let's watch if we try to hit Skillett coming up the seam by himself, since we have 4 receivers down here. Nope, he's staying in the block.
Ball's on the
ground.
They got it.
And we're back to shooting our toes off our feet again.
Important to note, though, this is a backup center. Our starting center, Brody Kitchens, out with an injury. So that is something that you kind of could expect to happen, but
so 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line of East Lawrence. West Morgan has the ball. They have lived on our side of the field so far, other than starting with the ball on their own 41-yard line. So again, they are 2-by-2. Just an inside zone play. He got bent over backwards a little bit. Didn't look very good. Well, he's back up.
Nah, he's fine.
The ball is now at the 19-yard line. Gain of 6. So it's 2nd and 4 for West Morgan. Fullback in the backfield again. You can jam him up, but not when the ball is in the air. So Aiden had him jammed up, but the quarterback released the ball, and he still had his hands on him. So, again, that's one of those things you can jam him up within the first 5 yards, but you can't sit there and stay on him.
Right.
Yeah, it's not pass interference, it's holding.
Holding the call against East Lawrence.
So that'll be a first down for West Morgan. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. .328 left on the clock. Again, that same formation. See if they run that counter here. Just the inside zone again. He pops out there to meet him, but he goes forward. Another good job of swarming to the tackle. Swarming with a constellation of Eagles.
Right.
Constellation Stadium. There it is, Constellation of Eagles.
Starry Stadium on Constellation Field.
Gain of 3, 2nd and goal.
They're going with their big heavy set here.
They do have their jumbo, which means they're probably going to pass it.
I'd throw it out there one-on-one again. He runs a quick slant, it's all over.
We're giving it to him.
1-2 slant.
Oh, they decided to run it straight ahead and right into the mush and touchdown. So 6-yard touchdown run by West Morgan. 2:39 on the clock.
And we look like deer in headlights out there.
Somebody's equivalated when bad things happen, like dominoes falling. You know, to me, it's like, well, one of these times you got to pull about 2 of those dominoes out so it won't fall down and won't continue to snowball after that.
You may not be able to stop the bleeding, but you at least got to slow the flow.
Yeah. Extra point is good, which makes it, I believe, if my math is correct, in 22.
Mr. Spooner, you are welcome. Welcome to the show. Don't expect much from us. We're we're not very talented, but we do what we can do with what we got.
Yeah, even though we are East Lawrence guys, we like to, anytime kids can be seen by their own people far away, we welcome you to the broadcast.
Absolutely. We try to be as unbiased as humanly possible.
No, I'm a homer, 100% a homer, so I won't apologize for that.
I was being sarcastic.
So West Morgan scored after a fumble recovery. They go in from the 6-yard line, the 6-yard run. Extra point is good, and Mathis, which I'm bad at, makes it 22-5. Kicker is looking to hit the
22-5.
22-0. I saw 15.
I was
in my
like
brain.
5.
We scored 5 points. We snuck it in the scoreboard. Shh! Don't tell nobody. He kicks it deep. That might be. Okay, makes a little break to the outside. Makes one guy miss.
Got a
He's
shot.
at the 30. Can he get by the kicker? He gets by
got
the
a
kicker. No, flag.
That's a shot in the arm.
97-yard kickoff return by Kane McClure.
Coach, I actually think he caught it on the 2.
I go back and change it and look at it anyways. So 97 yards unofficially for Kane McClure.
Make sure we get that in there.
Now you see if we're in our 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure, make it 98. That's fine.
98's prettier.
Yeah, I mean.
It's around. It's even. I mean.
For the broadcast, it's 97. For the crowd, it's about to be 98.
If I was for the crowd, I'd have said 99.
2 by 2. See if Skillet gets it. Rolling out to the left. Ike throws it up. Incomplete.
No flag. See. It's hard for me. If I need 3 yards, best option is 33.
Successful as far as the 2-point conversion. And Kane is gassed, is getting that 2-point conversion formation and run the
end zone. So does that make it 100?
If he called it in the end zone, they would have called it dead.
I thought you can catch it. You can catch it and pull it out, can't you?
No, I don't think so. Not in NFHS, I don't think.
I think you can. I thought you could.
So East Lawrence scored on a kickoff return by Kane McClure of 97 3/8 yards. 2-point conversion is no good, so it's currently 6-22, and we are still in the first quarter. Now, last time we kicked off, they had a 40-yard return. Let's see if we decide to kick it past the 35-yard line again.
I'd squib it right down the middle of Peachtree.
Peachtree. Okay, we're at Atlanta now. Oh, we squib it. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either. I mean, that's where they were going to start with it anyway. Best case scenario right now, and it's not a touchdown.
Yeah. So West Morgan will start with their 4th drive. They are 3 of 3 so far on scoring on drives. So West Morgan will start on the 49-yard line. This might be a game that time forgets because it is currently 7:30 and we are still in the first quarter.
Not by much. 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Time forgot, but we didn't.
If I'm West Morgan, I'm a little mad, and I'm about to chuck it up to number 1 again, one-on-one. But they run it straight ahead. Again, we have done a pretty stinking good job on the run.
Absolutely. I dare you to run it.
Well, we basically are daring them with man-to-man coverage.
I mean, I would throw them man-to-man.
Nunu's going to have to come off. Not sure why Nunu has to come off. Joshua Lucier is coming on the field. Needs to go to the other side, I think.
Definitely Lucier.
Yes, he is Lucier from now on. 2nd down and 8. Rolling out, throwing back to a screen. Not a bad job covering it. They still get some yardage on it, but not a bad job of covering it.
That's going to be 3rd and 3. The only thing you have to worry about here if you're East Lawrence is I doubt that they ever punt it.
Oh, if I'm at this, you haven't stopped me yet, this is 4-down territory.
It's 4-down territory everywhere on the field at the moment.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you see 9 going into the flats to their sideline here.
Going to motion them both over.
Straight ahead. Nice tackle. I think still. Oh, no, that's good.
Oh, he stayed up. He made a football move back there.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought he got the first down, but looking at the spot, it looks like it may be short.
About a yard.
So it's 4th and 4 from the 42.
The Eagles bring it up
4th and moderately very short.
4th and about
The
1 yard.
4th and about the football.
Let's see if they try to dry us off sides.
Yep, there's that fake. He doesn't do a great job selling.
Straight ahead. Ooh, up the gut. Gets the first down. That's the first time they've pulled the backside guard, and he's just kind of folded around the center. So that's they kind of have a
Almost like a trap.
no, because it's like a double lead because they brought the fullback in from the left side. He came in through the A gap, and then the backside guard goes through that same A gap. So it's kind of like a double lead for him. I don't hate that play. I hate it for East Lawrence, but as a coach, I don't hate that play.
So at end of 1, East Lawrence 6, West Morgan 22.
So it was a good job of the answer, a quick answer. So now we just need to stop is what we need to be able to do, come up with a stop. But West Morgan has the ball on our own 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
It's going to flip. It's going to be over here.
So just kind of what we've seen so far. As far as the first drive, they had the big kickoff, and then they had a pass. They had a pass to the flats to the fullback that we weren't able to cover. And then, again, the second series, we had them third and 17, and they go 42 yards downfield on a pass, and then another 20 pass. Then we end up coughing the ball up on the bad snap, and they take that and they go down. They just go down the field after defensive holding, which was the right call despite all the yelling by our fans. It was the right call because we had both arms around him and chucked him on the ground, which is all right until the ball goes in the air. Then you cannot do that. And they end up scoring that. But again, that 97-yard kickoff return touchdown by Kane McClure was, as somebody would say, huge. So now West Morgan has the ball on our 31-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. And I'm going to take my headset off for a quick second because my ears are sweating, just because you wanted to know that.
That's what I was doing. That means I got to put mine back on.
2 fat guys, humidity, and no AC. There's some sweat going on up here.
Yeah, somebody promised us air conditioners, and that didn't
3
happen.
receiver up top. Counter. Right up the gut.
Got a leader.
He follows. I'll tell you what. So the running back made it all the way to about the 16, 17-yard line, and his tackle was at the 16 or 17-yard line with him. So first down, now they're in a hurry. I bet you're going to see the same play again. It is the same play again.
And it works like a charm. Gonna bring up 1st and goal now.
So 1st and goal, I would run the same play from the 5-yard line. So they gained 11 off of it, and they gained 15 off of it. And it's 1st and goal from about the 5. They just run straight ahead, 13. Oh, we had him in the backfield, but Jay wasn't able to hold on to him. Helmet came off. Their big tackle, 73. Helmet flies off.
It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 1.
That's 1-ish.
Ish.
So 2nd and goal.
Number 54, Gabe Romero, checks into the game.
Man of the slender comes in the game as Bales comes off. I bet 13 is about to get the rock and go straight ahead. Gets the rock, goes straight ahead, and practically goes in untouched.
Tutty.
So 1-yard touchdown run by West Morgan. I'll have to look at what the time is in just a second. It's probably 11-something.
I did get word earlier. They say that you can use those really good like SLR cameras, like the ones people use for photography. You can hook them up and use them as a camera.
You're talking in Sanskrit to me, and the people on the line, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Don't you take pictures with a really nice camera?
I do.
Your camera would probably do it.
We'll have to talk about how we get it from the camera to this.
It should hook up USB.
Extra point is good, so that makes it
29-6. I'm here for you, Coach. I don't do a lot, but what I do, it's important.
29-6 after, and that's I'll have to look at the clock here in a second.
10 minutes and some seconds.
10 minutes and some seconds. So it's 10 minutes and some seconds.
I'm getting up. 51.
51 to be precise. So now again, East Lawrence, we're going to need to have a long drawn-out answer would be nice.
Yeah, I would like to take about 10 minutes and 47 seconds off for the touchdown.
That would be nice.
Yeah, we've looked very. It's gonna sound terrible when you say it out loud, but it looked very meh. You know what I mean? We're just not like the motivation level's not there.
But as we've said about West Morgan, they have not thrown a lot at us. But what they throw at us, they're pretty good at, and that goes into the end zone. So we will start with the ball again, our own 20-yard line.
A wise coach once told me, you can win a game with 8 plays. 4 to the left, 4 to the right. You know who that man was?
It's like Novocaine.
Takes a second, but it always works. You know who that guy was, Coach?
Oh, well, it was Herman something or another.
No, that's the Novocaine one.
Oh.
I'm talking about the person who told me you can win with 8 plays.
I don't know. Who was it?
The bald guy wears glasses.
Well, you know. Sometimes I give wise.
Now, I can't guarantee that was solely your advice. You may have heard it from somebody else prior or seen it in a movie.
Tight end, 2 receivers here. 2 in the backfield. I believe that's. I'm not sure if it's Kane or not. Yeah, Kane goes in motion.
Got the bubble.
Throws it to the bubble to Kane. Makes one guy miss.
Makes another.
All the way to the. It's going to be a first down. That's what we need.
I'm telling you, they are daring us. They're saying we can stop you from doing this short stuff. Throw it deep, or we're going to stop you from throwing it deep because they know that's something that we like to do. I love the bubble stuff. Get it underneath. Get it to the guys who can make plays. Get them in space and just let them do their thing.
Yeah, let them boogity a little bit.
Then, you know what has to happen after that? Defense has to start widening out. You got to take that away. And then you start pounding the rock again.
Spread formation. Rolling out to the left. Kane going to throw the ball. He gets sacked in the backfield. That's where you just need to throw it to somebody in the stands and not take the sack.
Find one of those West Morgan cheerleaders over there and throw it to her.
About 14.
So a loss of 4 on that play. Ball's on the 31-yard line, so it's 2nd and 14 for East Lawrence.
I like that play, especially if you throw it. Because now, you don't even have to complete it. If you just roll out and throw it, now they have to say, wait a minute.
Well, here's the crazy thing is we've run 2 rollouts, and both of them to the left with right-handed quarterbacks.
That's also true.
Ball snapped. Throws a quick out route.
That was a great throw.
Good job, man. As we have stated, Malik Humphreys is not a big kid.
No, that was a great throw, though.
That was a good throw, good catch. He hit Malik right as he was getting out in his break. Ball makes it to the 37-yard line, so a gain of 6. So we are at 3rd and 8. But again, if Malik weighs 115 pounds, I'm going to call you a liar. So we're in our quad stack formation again with Skillett down here at the bottom. They got him covered up. So they have 2 guys covering 4 up top. Quick throw. He throws it behind Malik.
Going to bring up 4th down and a long 8.
Complete be 4th and 8 from the East Lawrence 37-yard line.
A very long 8.
You probably won't. I'm about to say you probably won't believe what I was about to say.
Were you going to say something along the lines of punt it?
Yes.
East Lawrence sends in the punt team. Number 14, Braylon Reeves, gets ready to punt it away.
You know, I really like the shield punt.
Shield punt.
The one where you spread everybody out. Because they have to cover the end guys.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is that offsides on West Morgan?
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, Coach Phillips is not happy. Encroachment, so that may change what we do,
Yes.
because now Coach Ferguson's analytics said, screw it, go for it.
Shoot, I at least get up under center and try to draw them off sides.
But we're going to either run a fake punt or punt it, well, which is like, oh, hello, Captain Obvious. But hopefully we're lined up like this, we're kicking it. And we do. And I don't necessarily hate that either.
And they did not go back to get it.
And it rolls.
And it's going to keep rolling. And, hey, well, I'll take it.
Brandon Reeves gets getting the rolls tonight.
From the 43 to the 21?
Yeah, you do the math. No, they gave us another yard. They put it on the 20-yard line.
Who has the train horn?
I think it's the other side.
Golly, wow. I hate artificial noisemakers. You listen to me long enough, you'll learn. That's the one thing I hate more than anything.
That's what was bad when we were at Hatton and we were sitting in the stands and all those
cowbells.
Cowbells.
God, I can't stand artificial noisemakers. It's like when you're playing baseball and you're playing a baseball team that screams from the dugout. Like, look, bro, if you're not good enough to beat me without screaming, then that says more about you than it does me.
So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for West Morgan. Currently up 29-6.
To be fair, I still hate our cowbells.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's what I appreciate about you, Coach Ferguson.
Is that what you appreciate about me? Trips up top, rolling out.
Ooh.
Hits the quick stop route.
11.
Well, we were bailing because, we've gotten beat deep, and he just runs a shutdown right there. The 32-yard line, a gain of 12. 1st and 10, West Morgan.
That is what they do.
Trips up top again.
I wonder if they've ever thought about that.
What, about getting them Eagles?
Yeah, about getting them. Go get them.
I don't know. Sounds like she's had too many packs of smokes. An option. Looks like a hold, and they got the hold.
There it is. Back it up. Back it up. 73's coming off the field. We will see you later, sir.
Just looking at the way they were running, the quarterback was saying, please let me pitch it. When will y'all somebody take me so I can pitch it? That would be like, blow the whistle, blow the whistle, blow the whistle.
I wonder if he's listening.
Tyler Nitchin, you can chime in again this week if you're listening again.
I just love the name, Nitchin.
Nitchin. Yeah, there's two of them too.
I got a Nitchin.
Okay, don't. That's.
And the only fix is more cowbell.
So that
that's a total joke. No more cowbell, please.
It is 1st and 12 from the 30-yard line.
Same formation, just without the shift.
There's that counter. Oh, there's the RPO.
Good
Nah, I got to hold on to him.
That'd be all right.
Golly.
They're going to give him a gain of 1.
That was a good old-fashioned sock hop. They were spinning that kid around, dancing with him the whole entire time.
A good old-fashioned sock hop.
That is in the 50s when they had dances. They were called sock hops for all you children out there. No, I was not alive when they were doing sock hops either.
I disagree.
That was the 50s. I was not born in the 50s.
No, I'm just saying they were doing sock hops still.
No, I never went to anything called a sock hop.
Did you go to
when you're playing Depeche Mode, you don't do sock hops in Depeche Mode.
Did you go to the Sadie Hawkins dance?
I don't think we had one. I can guarantee you I didn't get asked.
Ooh.
Oh, nice little stop. Punch to the outside.
No.
He might be gone. He breaks the tackle. Good job by Aiden to at least knock him out of bounds.
If he sticks his foot in the ground right there, he actually has a spot.
West Morgan's probably going to go quick here a little bit to the
Jared,
R43.
if you're still watching, one of the things you will learn is I'm very bad at moving the camera.
26-yard gain, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. 2-by-2 formation. Yeah, there we go. Got to cover up number 2. They wanted to snap the ball.
I'll throw it to him right now. I can throw it to him right now. I still throw it to 4.
Now we're pressed up with no free safety in the middle of the field.
Oh, I don't like that, though.
They are about to hum the ball, especially with the running back that close. Throws a slant, gets it to him. That's gone. Oh, we pull him
that's
down.
Good hustle there on the defense. Good slant, picks up, goes
To the 2-yard line, a 41-yard pass. If you're going to be pressed up like that, if you're going to be man-to-man, you better press up and run them to the outside, not give them the inside scot-free.
I'll tell you something that would probably benefit us. We need to show a coverage and then bounce out of it because they're doing the Culver call where they call half the play from the huddle or the no huddle, and everybody gets it. And then when we set up, they call the other half. So we need to do what they call disguise your coverage.
Timeout call by West Morgan.
That'll take them to 2.
So we are at 29-6 with a certain amount of time on the clock.
Is that a? Ooh, sorry. 6:26.
6:26 on the clock.
626. That was the motor size of my very first motorcycle.
Thank you for shit.
Oh no, we lost you.
Why am
I don't know what happened to you.
I mean, this is hearing me, but I can't. Can you hear me?
Nope, sure can't.
Hello, folks. Nope. Hello, hello, hello. Houston, hello. Hello, can you hear me now?
That's really strange.
Did this get changed to where? La 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 la. There it is. Yeah, that's what it was. So, all you people that were trying to figure out what we were probably doing, you could hear us, but we couldn't hear me because it happens. So the ball is on the 2-yard line of East Lawrence. They are in their hog molly formation. Ball fake. Hits him in. Oh, dropped it.
That's a benefit for us.
They were trying to spread it around to the big boys there. 2nd and goal now from the 2-yard line. The tight end had his opportunity, and now they're about to probably get the ball to 23 or.
Try to get the big boy a score.
Yep.
And you dropped it. Now you don't get it. Everybody gets one.
Straight up the gut. Bobs and weaves.
Oh, wait a minute.
Gets in. That is a 2-yard touchdown run.
It's going to take it to 35-6. Once again, you got to slow the bleeding. You don't have to stop it. Just slow it down.
I mean, that's the thing. We've had 2 first downs, and that's not gonna slow this team down that we're playing.
Another part of it, I agree with you.
Extra point coming up. Flag.
Encroachment. Decline.
Dead ball. Encroachment on East Lawrence.
sides against East Lawrence.
Yeah, move it up. Or does that go on the
It'll go
kickoff?
from the 3-yard line to about the 1.5-yard line.
He might be told him just leave it there. Wonder if that makes it harder, be closer.
I don't know.
Like that much closer, not like
Yeah.
obviously a 20-yard field goal is easier than a 50-yard field goal, but
Ball's back. Kick is up. And it's good.
I'm going to say it doesn't.
Pretty kicks. So it is 36-6. So West Morgan scores. It's at 6-something.
Should be still 6-16.
A 41-yard pass was the big part of it. But it's finished off with a West Morgan run of 2 yards. Extra point was good.
Well, they've moved their kickoff now. They're on the
so
far
they must have-
hash. Not like moved it
This
closer.
looks like they're now playing with stuff now.
22 formation.
There's a point in time, and this has very rarely happened in my coaching because I'm usually the one. I used to be the one getting his teeth kicked in. Is that you run some stuff for the team next week to have to prepare for?
Oh.
He kicks it, and guess what? It goes halfway into the end zone. So guess
On the 20.
on the 20-yard line. So the one mistake that they've made on the kickoff has led to points.
6:06 left in the first half.
So we're going to say they scored with 6:10 on the clock.
I get a feeling, though, pregame, if you go to Coach, I just lost his name, Coach Phillips.
Phillips.
If you go to Coach Phillips over and say, hey, man, you're going to have a mistake on kickoffs, he'd probably be like, okay.
Yeah. So Kane's in the backfield along with Brylan. There it is, the quick pitch. And it's dead in the water.
Number 22, the ball carrier.
20-yard line to the 21-yard line, and Coach Duke thinks we got 3 yards on it.
I tried.
Neither one of us are good at math either.
I'm just trying to speak it into existence.
We're going to will it.
Well, it's high school football history, period?
I don't think so.
Surely not. I was about to say, surely not.
So spread formation 2 by 2. Skill in the backfield. And if you ever watch this TV show Hee Haw, I'd have no luck at all. Brylan throws the ball, it bing bong bing bongs off somebody, and it is an interception.
Going the other way.
Morgan have it first and 10 from the East Orange 26-yard line.
So West Morgan has the ball on our sideline again on the 26-yard line after an interception by Brylan White. Again, he threw it, got popped up in the air, and West Morgan did a good job